What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Creatively Driven Podcast. My name is Josh McKenzie, and in this podcast, we talk about anything that inspires us creatively, be that through art, photography, music, video. I feel the world is your oyster when it comes to creative outlets. And today, we're going to talk about photojournalism and journalism. So, I have a good friend of mine. His name's Travis. He's another car photographer here in Edmonton, and he's been hustling and grinding, and he's one of the most passionate people with cars in Edmonton that I know. And it's no secret because he's just always, him and I have connected a lot on cars and photography and just everything in that scene. And he has been shooting drifting a lot. I want to say the past, immediately in my mind, I think 3 years. He watches these things every Sunday. So Travis, correct me if I'm wrong. It's probably been longer, honestly, but I've paid attention to it a lot more in the past few years. And he's also a legend because he's the only guy who fucking shoots portrait like on 99% of his shit. I think the only time I've seen landscape style is in his Global Turnpike that he just put out for his first written article. So that's kind of what brought me to this, is that he just became a published photographer, which is amazing. I'm stoked for him. And it's something that a lot of people seem to want to have on the resume, so to speak. Um, and I just kind of got thinking about it being in a digital age where so much of that has fallen to the wayside, and it's unfortunate because it's a physical copy. Digital is it's going to be there. It's super cool. Obviously, new months bring in new articles and whatnot, so it automatically kind of falls behind because the new things are current. But I do think that having your work published, especially in a physical publication, is something really highly sought after as us creatives kind of go through our journeys. I have the only thing physical I've had published, um, apart from like printing my own things for canvas work and whatnot, is I had a photo shoot that I did with a coworker of mine. He had a Suzuki GSX-R 750, so a crotch rocket, a sport bike. And in Edmonton, there's this place called the End of the World. And what it is you've got the North Saskatchewan River. It's a wide river. It's really picturesque. And it looked like an old bridge or some kind of like a retaining wall. And I don't know what was there before, but like there's some graffiti on it and whatnot. And it was really cool. It was a cool spot to go. And it was his idea to go down there. He wanted it. So we made it happen. And this was 2017, somewhere around there. Um, so yeah, that was really cool to see. And it was cool to have it printed off on a calendar. Bonus points. It's my month, October, where my birthday is. So I thought that was pretty cool. In the digital realm, a lot of things are social media or websites, and I find it comes together, and again, because every new month comes around, it's gone, right? Or it's in the archives. Where they have it in their archives, I'm not sure, but you kind of have to get it while it's there and find some way to immortalize it. So like I've had some of my work featured on social media manufacturer pages. Like I've tagged Harley Canada, Nissan, and Ram trucks. I always try to tag the manufacturers in the photos that I take because why not? I think it's cool, and it's been a mission of mine to work with brands and companies. So why not try, right? I think there are ways that we can go about it to try and get work with them and to just show them what you're capable of. And if you don't try, you're never gonna have it happen anyways. So I think the best thing we can do is put our best foot in front of the other and just do it. It takes nothing to tag a manufacturer in your thing, and you never know what'll come of it. So um, yeah, having those things shared online is pretty cool to be able to see your work and have somebody else, acknowledge and appreciate it and share it out there for other people to see. I think that's pretty neat. Um, like I recently did a shoot up at work where the client, it's something I can't really put out there. They have the raw photos, they do their thing with it, and it's happened, but I can't really put it out in the interwebs because that's their policies. So it's really cool to be able to have the acknowledgement and have it shared. Um, I suppose one thing I could do is kind of Photoshop some things out to make it not as site specific. But anyways, I digress. Um, I find it interesting because I kind of grew up with magazines and being able to see articles of car photography and somebody wrote it out. I tackled that in 20 probably 17, probably around the same time I did that photo shoot for the bike. And my friend Eric has a S14 Nissan 240SX, and it's a US DM version, so left-hand drive. But he LS swapped it, and when Rocket Bunny wide body kit, he painted it this green. I don't know the color code, honestly. I think he may have told me, but he calls the car Green Dahlia, and it looks killer. Honestly, he has bronze rotiform on it, and they're like a snowflake style wheel, or multi-spoke as I call them. And yeah, the car just looks amazing. Honestly, I was pretty blown away by it whenever I first saw it. So I asked him if he wanted to do like a write up on it. So I looked around for some locations. I got writing. I kind of did like some interview questions with him, and wrote that out and put it all together and put it out there. Of course, now I don't have that website anymore, which was through Wix. And I haven't looked as hard as I maybe could have, but I had a pretty good look and I can't seem to find it anywhere. So it would be really cool to see that again, to kind of bring that out to public again, and um, yeah, kind of show more people that didn't see it, because it was really fun. I actually looked, and on my Instagram page, he took a picture of, he had a roll cage in his car. So I was like behind the roll cage in the car getting the interior shot, and it was funny. It was a good time. And yeah, it just takes me back to being able to write things or take, photos and have them in a published publication. Um, be that through a physical thing or an online thing. But with the way that things are going now, with it being so digital, and not everybody seems to be seeking the paper copies, the physical copies. Um, I would imagine there are some people out there with quite a stack of physical copies of things that probably never missed an issue. And I wish I could have been that guy, honestly, but I moved around a lot, so I didn't have a lot of keepsakes, because yeah, things can change, right? But as we get older, I think we start to realize what we want to do with things, or what we want to hold close to us, and we can start our own path on that journey. Um, so yeah, if you've ever done something where you have to, you know, be inspired to create something and to put it out to people, um, let me know what it was. And if you've ever done any type of writing, let me know what was your inspiration, what drew you to the craft. Um, did you Who did you have for an inspiration? I think for me, a lot of it came from car reviewing, as well as in the magazine publications where you didn't get to see it. To me, visuals are such a massive hook, and they reel you in very deeply, and they just connect differently. I feel, because it's not up to your imagination. You're an observationist. You are watching it. You form your opinion on what you're seeing. You like it or you don't. Whereas if you're reading something, it's all kind of personified in your mental voice. So I think being able to see things has been a big help over the years, over reading things. But to be able to see it in a magazine is 100% something that a lot of people may not get the chance to actually have had happen to their work. So yeah, if you've ever had anything that's kind of inspired you to do something like that, let me know in the comments what it was, and if you were able to achieve what you sought after, and if you carried on with it, or if it was just something that you wanted to try in the moment and you did it for the sake of saying you did it. Um, I myself, I think I'm kind of where I want to be in terms of what I had wished I could have done. I do want to work with more brands and more companies, specifically automotive, but I know that's going to be a bit tricky to get into, but I am far from giving up on that dream. So, yeah, thank you guys for sticking around and for listening to my ramblings and shenanigans. And yeah, subscribe for more Creative Fire, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.